University Federal Credit Union. Local to Utah, loyal to you.
Welcome back, everybody. Coming at you right now is our financial news you can use, brought to you by University Credit Union. And they have a really cool program right now. It is their mortgages, and it is a 0 down for first-time home buyers. And that's huge coming out of the last, decade of dealing with the home crisis that happened in 2008.
I think, well,
Mortgage
first of all,
crisis,
it is
not home crisis.
0 down to buy a home is unheard of, but Utah did much better than many other spots in the country.
You think?
There's no question. They have data to back that up. So, for instance, in Las Vegas, my home lost 2/3 of its value in a period of 2 years.
Wow.
Literally, the rug was pulled out. And for a number of different reasons. One, the economy was so high flying and real estate was going up.
And the loans where they would go up every year and they didn't know it. That loan did everybody in at the end of the day.
Not necessarily, but here's what happened. When all of a sudden, people's homes are worth half what they were a couple years before, it made it untenable. But in Utah, because Utah never had that surge that other parts of the country, real estate in Utah has gone up on a pretty consistent level. Now it's accelerating for a couple different reasons. One, because we've got such a tremendous growth in the state of Utah. We're number 2 in terms of growth behind Idaho. And so, more and more people are coming, and that trend is just going to be accelerated.
Yeah.
But if for a young couple to be able to get into a home with no money down is incredible.
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who is a realtor and, financial advisor. And he was telling me that, there are times when it makes more sense to rent, because often prior to programs like this being available again, if you don't have $60,000, $30,000, $20,000 lying around to put down on a home, chances are on a starter home or on one of your first-time homes, you're not going to be there very long, and you may lose money or you may just break even with all the hassle. It's not like it's going to be this great investment that everybody always says it's going to be. So renting isn't always a horrible thing to do. But with a situation like this with 0 down, it's like if you're out of college, you have a decent credit score, and you're able to have a job that you're going to be able to make payments, there's no reason to not go buy a home. Let's talk. I have questions for you about credit score, rates, and how that plays into buying a home a little bit. So basically, my understanding of credit score, if you're in the 500s, you're going to have a higher rate and you're going to pay more monthly.
Yeah, so the key number is
you
need to do everything you can to get to the 7s.
7,
and the one thing
even
that
the low 7s.
The one thing that you failed to mention that is super important is your income tax.
Oh.
And the new tax plan that was passed in last December, didn't affect that. So on your income tax, you get a tremendous deduction for being a homeowner, because let's say if you buy a $200,000 home, which is really cheap in Utah, you're probably not, but you have a credit score in the 7s, your payment is going to be right around $1,000 a month. That comes right off the top.
Which is pretty much the same as you're going to pay for rent.
Oh, yeah. So there's a tremendous advantage there.
Yeah. And you save a ton on taxes, like you were saying. So lots of reasons to buy a home. And you know what? I would highly recommend that you get into a University Credit Union, because the mortgage people there are friendly. They are awesome. They will sit down with you and chat about all of your options. Not only this program, if you're eligible for it, don't be scared if your credit score is not in the 7s or the 5s, or if it's not doing so good, because they will advise you. They will help you. They will help you figure out, even if you're not going to buy a home for 5 years, I'd recommend get in there and chat with them, because they're incredible. And I even have more university financial fun coming at you right now with our tip of the day. Here you go.
Today's Talk 365 TV financial tip of the day is brought to you by University Credit Union.
Hi everybody, this is Todd from University Credit Union. I'm from the marketing department. I'm down here today at 5th and 5th, 5th South, 5th East, here in Salt Lake, talking auto loans. Listen, if you want to buy a car, come see us first. Come in and talk to these guys here, people like Lexi. You figure out what you can pay for a new car, and then you go find it. And you go to the dealership knowing exactly how much you can spend. And they don't give you the runaround. No, sir, I said $10,500. That's all I can spend. Come down and see us first before you go to a car. We'll get you in a car. I'm in a car. Let me just say this, it's better here.